Hi, everyone. Welcome back once again. This is the Iconis podcast. I'm one of your hosts. This is Barry 3D Carter. Stands for Deep, Dark, Delicious. Hey. And I'm here with my cousin,
DJ Rod C. Yes, people, what's going on? I'm here in the place. We're having some fun. Listen, and welcome to another episode of Iconis. We're about to break some stuff down on you. Are you ready? As you can see, something's here. Can you figure it out? Can you figure it out? I'm just asking, do you figure it out? Let's go. Boom!
Boom. Here we go. Yes. So very excited. I'm always about first of all, some quick housekeeping and whatever, usual blase. These are our personal ads. So first of all, thank you to Jaybird Digital Studios for the template, the art, the logo, everything you've done. Jaybird, give him a shout. You'll see his information at the end of this video. He's got his webpage, so jaybirddigital.com. Look him up, check him out. He's on Facebook. Reach out to him, let him know that you heard about him here and saw him and went that way. And he's a great graphic artist. He can design logos, templates for your overlays for your videos, things to put on t-shirts, signs, whatever you need. If you need something drawn out, Jaybird Digital Studios is the way to go. That's one. Two, you can catch me with my comedy brothers, our comedy troupe there, A Touch of Gray, with the man behind the whole, all that whole madness is Dave Sokolowski, with Thomas Patrice, Zolf Ali, myself, Barry 3D Carter. You can find the links at my website. You can also find the links at Dave's website. We've dropped 3-4 videos a week on that, social commentary, talking about anything under the sun, whatever we can think of with our topics. So, once again, reach out, watch, like, just subscribe, share, add some comments. If you want a topic you want us to talk about, let us know if something comes across your mind. Nothing really is off the table. So let's go with that. Same thing here with the Iconis podcast. You got a hero, a villain, a movie, a video game, a wrestler, whoever you want to talk about, drop them in the comments. We'll look it up. We know it. We'll find out about it. We'll talk about it, and then you can chime in. So, Rod, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Mr. Rod C. So MRRODC. You also find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/DJ Rod C. Definitely can find me around there. You can definitely find me on, all that kind of wonderful stuff. Play a whole bunch of different open format, a whole bunch of different music. So you can have yourself a great, wonderful time. Pass through, hit that follow, subscribe, have that fun. But definitely this is where you can find me on Iconis. I'm on the Iconis channel. This is where I am. Let's do this. We'll find me here. Let's go. We got another episode for you. What we got for them, B? What we got for them?
Man, well, if you can't tell by the title, then you can see by the pictures behind us, we are talking about Highlander, the movie. Wow. Yeah, man. This movie came out in 1986 with Christopher Lambert as the lead, with my boy Sean Connery in there as his co-star, and the two of them working about it. So pretty much there's a bunch of Highlanders. They're warriors that live forever. They can't die unless you cut off the head. And then there's only can be one. It's like a vicious game of Monopoly worldwide. It's like Monopoly and Risk with swords.
Wow. That's right.
And the whole aspect about it is when the last one is still around, then something happens. You get some power, something, for that one special. And you can either use it to save the world or destroy the world. So this is what they're fighting for. Movie, great. I mean, of course, you got Christopher Lambert in there. You got, Sean Connery. So, and then the music was done by Queen, Fred Mercury. Come on. Classic. So we're following Christopher Lambert's character, Connor McLeod. No, not Connor McLeod. It's Connor. I know it's Connor, his first name there. It's been
Connor McLeod. Connor McLeod. Yeah, Connor McLeod. You're right. Yeah.
So the beauty of this is Highlander's been around a lot longer than people think. And when I say by that, it's kind of been going on and on and on. So there was the Highlander. So Highlander came out in 1986. Then there was Highlander 2 that came out in 1991. Then there was a third Highlander movie, a Highlander Endgame in 2000. And then there was a Highlander TV show, right? And it just went on and on. So there's a lot of legs. And now the reason we're talking about this is because they're bringing it back. I'm always a firm believer. Check the source material before it gets released and have some fun with that.
There you go.
right? So so there's now this is all rumors. Nothing has been confirmed by releases. We don't know. We're just going by what we're seeing. But I think it was interesting to talk about. So I know one actor got signed for it. They said for one movie in undisclosed role, and then they turned around and said, "Well, he's going to be doing 3 movies." So Henry Cavill, right, is doing, Highlander.
Taking the lead. Yeah,
He's doing well. They said undisclosed.
Well,
now, let's be real. You ain't no bringing Henry for 3 movies and telling me he's not the lead. He the lead. He got to be the lead.
he's got to be. Now, it's put it this way, like you said, there's Christopher Lambert and there's Sean Connery.
Right.
So, and there's the Crugen, the
Tom Clancy.
Tom Clancy as Crugen, right? So, if we're gonna go off a reboot of some sort, you have Henry Cavill.
Yes.
Who do you think? I can't see Henry as nothing. He can't.
Right.
But it would have, to me, it would have been a complete left turn if they put him as Kruger, if they put him as the main villain. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I can see that.
No.
And coming off of or still doing The Witcher,
yes.
This is like it's just an easy like sidestep to do this. So that's where like I can agree with people thinking that there's a possibility that he'd be taking the lead. So.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good. You want to keep it under wrap. Beautiful. God bless your cotton socks on that. But yeah, I think we think this is when we can figure it out. We'll figure out this particular one. Talk the rest later.
Yeah. So as I said, I'm really feeling that when Henry Cavill's got to do it, right? If you've watched, if you watched The Witcher, okay, it's a sure dunk.
Yes.
If you want to see more of him in a lead in something different, then watch The Man from U.N.C.L.E. I like that movie, that old TV show.
Yes,
right?
I was going to mention that too. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. So Henry Cavill, to me, I could see him doing the lead. So and now this is how I'm going to say, if Henry Cavill's doing the lead, we know, rest in peace, Sean Connery's no longer here with us, right? To tie things together, I would like to see Christopher Lambert come. And why am I saying his name Lambert and not Lambert? Because even though he was born on American soil, he was raised over in France. So he goes, and he even says his name is Lambert and not Lambert. So Christopher Lambert, I like to see him take the role of Sean Connery, passing of the torch. The guy's around still. He's still up to now. He's still here. He's still acting. Yeah. Why not?
Why not? You know what? That's a beautiful handoff. And we're not rebooting. We're just continuing because here's the scenario with the Highlander, with this whole game.
Right.
You understand that Sean Connery in the first movie was saying that, hey, every once in a while, basically in layman terms, every once in a while, there's a person who's born immortal. They're not all born at the same time. They're born at different times.
Yes.
So even for him, he was representing as a Spaniard from 300 years 200 or 300 years prior,
right?
Then Connor McLeod came into existence,
right.
Recognizing that he has that power. Now, I wanted to say a part that it's funny that particular aspect of the whole storyline, they never really went into it anymore. Too much to the sense that if a person keeps getting born every once in a while type of scenario, that means there's always going to be an immortal being born. So you really have to be fighting yourself to be the last one. But there's never a guarantee while your lifespan you will be the last one, because during your lifespan you may have killed off someone and may have been the last one for the time being.
Right.
But until you have a natural death, between that time, someone else could be waking up, and guess what? You're not the last one, and then you get drawn and whatever the case be. So this is a perfect example that McLeod, he's coming to the end of his time, and unbeknownst to Henry Cavill, he wakes up, whatever the case be, get into an alley. He's walking down the alley with his wife and his kids, and someone comes out from the dark with a gun, stick it up, give me your pearls. Someone gets shot. So instead,
you Batmaned him.
He get Batmaned. He get Batmaned. He get Batmaned. But he don't die. He take a hit. Then he's being Then sorry people going left. Then he does a Christopher Reeve and just do a shot. just like Lois Lane, and I'm grabbing it, grab the bullets. But anyways, we won't get into that. Sorry, that was hilarious. Henry Cavill went back to Superman, and then he was going to be Batman, and then he turned back to Superman. Sorry.
Right.
I'm so sorry to people. I just saw that, and I'm like, oh, that was a Christopher Reeve move right in the alleyway. Oh, he caught the bullet. Sorry,
The bullet.
I'm so sorry, people.
Oh,
Let's say he didn't catch it. I'm sorry, he didn't catch it. He got hit, but then he wake up and he realized, I ain't dead. But then his wife,
like the golfer from Caddyshack, I'm still mad. I'm all right. Nothing's gonna hit me.
Oh my God!
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So right now
that's not a bad idea.
I like that. But I'm telling you right now, we know Henry Cavill in some form is going to be on this project, right? And to me, we're assuming this is all speculation. What we're reading on the net, speculation. Just a guess. He's going to be the main guy. He's going to be the main star. Even if they're rebooting it and they're doing it with Henry Cavill and trying to maybe give it, I still think bringing Christopher Lambert back in it.
That would have been perfect. That would be perfect.
Passing of the torch.
That would be perfect. Passing of the torch, giving him the knowledge of how to survive. Because if I remember correctly,
yes,
he separated when he got kicked out, whatever the case to be.
Yes,
he lost contact with Sean Connery.
Yes.
Right. So he was basically on his own for the remaining 200 years, whatever the case to be, learning how to survive and everything like that. He didn't have no one to tell him like, okay, you're now alive, you're immortal, whatever the case to be. I'm not going to try to kill you. Let me teach you the ways and whatever. And all the misfortunes that he's accumulated over time. Right. Here's my code. Take the money and go. But anyway, that's
right. Exactly. But you're right. But Sean Connery taught him how to use because his body got like I guess stronger and so forth.
Right.
How he healed. Make sure never lose your neck. How to protect yourself. How to protect your neck in a fight. Always use swords because it can be a clean kill. And taught him how to fight. Even though he came from a Scottish clan. Their fighting style was very more ruggish as opposed to Spaniards or Spain, where they were more fencing and it was more finesse to it, right? If you look at Zorro, so it's like Conan the Barbarian versus Zorro. One has technique, the other one has power. So he's trying to show him technique is better, right? And make him live longer until they have to meet again. So he kind of gave him, hey, this is your one get out of jail free card. I'm not going to take your head. This is what's going on. We'll see what happens at the end.
Right.
Okay. So I know you mentioned something before. So please let everyone know what you heard rumor-wise for this movie. Who wants to part?
Okay. What I heard, what I came across is that there's it's a ledge or it's a possibility that Dave Bautista,
yeah.
Dave Bautista may be signing up or joining the cast, and he'll be Krugen. And if that's the case, that would be very nice. Like my head was just mentally bubbling like, ooh, if he was coming into that would be nice.
So that would be nice. Visually, let's look at this.
Yes.
Henry Cavill. He's not a small man. Right? He's not a small man.
No.
Okay.
Right.
And then you bring in Dave Bautista, the play the villain.
Yeah.
Okay. He's not a small man.
Right.
And this would that there. Perfect. Okay, so I say like Hollywood, if you haven't done it, make it happen. Then turn around and bring in Christopher Lambert, right, to take Sean Connery's role. Now, hear me out. If we're gonna go this far down the rabbit hole, let's just do it. Bring back Queen to do at least one song because Queen is still around with Adam Lambert from what's that singing show now? See, the gray matter's going, man. American Idol. Adam Lambert is performing with Queen, the remaining members. So Adam Lambert has taken over, the role of Fred Mercury, right? And they've gone around. They're doing tours. He's touring with them. If you watch Bohemian Rhapsody, the biopic on Queen. If you look in the background, you'll see, Adam Lambert there. You see the original members there in the background when they're doing the Live Aid scene. So I think either have them come back and do an updated version. And I wouldn't want to do an updated version. I don't like kind of redoing a song that already exists, that already works. Use one of the original songs that Queen did, but have them come and do maybe a brand new song with Adam Lambert as the lead and I'm not saying a whole album, but album would be nice, but at least give them one song. I think that you would get so many fans, nostalgia-wise, that remember the original series, that are fans of Queen before, fans of Queen now, following Christopher Lambert, bring him in, and him kind of saying, I'm with this, and put it all together. Henry Cavill and Dave Bautista. You can't go wrong.
I don't think you can. That's good. That's a good setup. That's a very nice, interesting setup. It's a dynamic that probably people wouldn't think, but to me, this is a good movie to actually bring it together. That'll tie in very well. I think this would actually work very well.
I think so. My only thing is the ending. Like when it got to the ending and he got his power, that's what it was. Very ambiguous. They never really got into it. It's like, okay, in the original movie, the two last fight, Christopher Lambert wins, and then he's there with his girlfriend who was a reporter, and it's like, okay, well, what do you do now? What's the power? He goes, well, I can hear people's voices. I can know what everybody's thinking, right? But it just kind of ended that way. It didn't, you knew he had a kind heart, so he wasn't going to try to take over the world. And then the second movie went with a totally different turn altogether with it, right? So it's kind of, they retconned it. But I'm still saying that's what we're hearing for Christopher Lambert, possibly. Sorry, Christopher Lambert. I mean, for Henry Cavill.
Okay.
You mentioned Rod, Dave Bautista.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah. And I say, look, man, bring back Christopher Lambert. If Christopher Lambert is not coming back, it's like, okay, you have to say why, and you got to get him back. Sean Connery's not there to do the role. Give it to the next person that was there. Bring back Adam Lambert. Bring back Queen. Let him do something. I think this, it would be, if Hollywood is smart, instead of trying to be extremely different, sometimes you don't have to. It's right there. It's right there. As you like to say, source material. Source material. That's my 2 cents. That's all it is. This is just a quick shot episode talking about the possibilities of what could be.
What possibly? Oh yeah. Listen. Yeah, we can end this off. But I mean the whole. It's a great hearing that this is I want to say it's a cult classic.
Oh, it is.
Some people but you see, there's some people like the diehard. That's what I'm saying. For me, it is. But I know some people may like, I don't understand it. I'm like, how can you not understand?
If you ever turned around and heard the saying there can only be one, then you know that for sure this movie's influenced you.
Right.
If you heard a couple of months ago about Josh Fight, and I'll make this quick, you had one guy turn around and says, "Oh, anyone with the same," because one guy found other people had his name, right? If his first name was Josh and his last name, I can't remember his last name right now. And they made a kind of a Facebook group because he found other people that had his first and last name, and then they expanded to anyone that had the first name Josh. And he turned around and said, "Okay, well, we're gonna fight for the name. There can only be one." And hundreds of people went down to a big park there in I'm not sure if it was Washington or somewhere. I can't remember the story. If you want to see more of the story, go to honestly a Touch of Gray Matter on YouTube. You'll see us there with all the details when we talk about it. And the person who ends up winning this whole fight. So the agreement was everyone brought perishable goods. Everyone bought stuff to donate to any kind of food bank and charity to help out anyone going through a tough time during COVID. They said the winner gets to keep his name. The loser has to legally change his name. So that was the kind of running joke.
Wow.
Yeah. And they said there can only be one. There's so many Joshes in the world. There can only be one. And they did this whole fight. And the person who won was this little 8-year-old boy, who won the whole battle out of all these. And they had the pool noodles, right? And foam swords. And that's what they're using to fight with on this whole field. And this little 8-year-old boy won. And that's it. He can only be one, so he's the only Josh. Everybody else has to change your name. People came dressed as Spider-Man. So 2 guys came dressed in Spider-Man costumes, and they kind of just pointed at each other like that meme that everyone sees. Right. People came dressed as Darth Vader. People came dressed and all of them, legally, all of them have the first name Josh.
Wow.
And people at the sides like, we're rooting for you, Josh. So if you understand the influence, there can only be one, and you're not sure if it's a cult classic, Josh Fight. If you turn around and said that to one of your friends in a game online, if you're playing Call of Duty and said, there can only be one. Yeah. Even if you didn't watch the movie, you've just been influenced.
Complete talk. Yeah. I'm very happy I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward for when some more details on this can be, revealed. We can find out what's going on with this because, yeah, I can't wait for this to come out because, yeah, this will be a very good, this is gonna be a very good show. This
Yeah,
movie is gonna be good.
absolutely. If we hear more, we'll keep you guys informed. If
Absolutely.
there's more coming up, and please, check our Facebook pages and Iconis. We're always dropping little gems on there, and anything we kind of hear
Mhm.
and share, we're starting to put a post more there so you can see what we're talking about, where we hear from. And if you want to find it, look, just go to barry3d.com. Follow the links. You'll find all our media there for, us together individually. All that stuff is there. And, this one was just a quick one. So thanks for listening. We
Mhm.
want to end this off. Any final thoughts there, Rod?
Uh, no, I think I've said it. I'm like, you know what? This is a great thing that's coming down the pipeline. I just want to make sure a couple of more things are more secure. Like, Henry's in there, perfect. If Dave's gonna be part of it, whew, and then I'm just like, what the story is gonna be like. But we're at this point that it's going to happen. I'm being positive. It's going to happen. We don't know what the script is. I don't know if they got a writer. I don't know if they got a director. I don't know. They could be right there, and I just haven't got that part of the information yet.
Right.
But at least knowing that is coming down the pipeline, oh, this is good. This is good.
Absolutely beauty. No problem. Well, on that note, remember everybody, like, subscribe, share. If you can donate to help the channel grow, that'd be greatly appreciated. I said follow the links. Shout outs to everybody for watching, participating, and being there. And remember, this whole world started with a pencil, a piece of paper, and imagination. Keep on dreaming. Stay safe.
There can only be one.
Neck.